Hey, this is the man Mike Tyson fell in love with. Jack the Manasseh Mauler Dempsey, 6'1" tall, 201 pounds. And he'll be facing Jack. He is the... So much hype. And there's the bell to start round one. Nice uppercut. The most difficult punch to land clean, and he just did it there. He got caught clean by a left hook. There's not a seat to be had. Whoa, wait a minute. Oh, my word. Jack Johnson on the defense. What's he going to do to get out of this trouble? Catch and shoot. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. This is one of the best rounds I've seen this year. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight was saying, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Hold that thought! And Jack Johnson is dazed. I don't believe it. How are they still standing?
B-Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Perfect counter lands. Hold that thought! The Galveston Giant in real trouble now! Let's talk about Dempsey in that last round. And there's the bell for round two. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. Block that jab. Beautiful counter shot. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Nope, that hook won't score. Nice counter shot. A counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little trick you do. So you've got to fight a counter punch is smart.
There's a counter shot. Nice defense with that jab. Good defense on that right hook. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Dempsey and on to the third. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
There's a counter shot. Missing with the hook. Good defense there to stop that hook. Good counter punching. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Can you believe this? The legend himself, Jack Johnson, is about to go. Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Can they figure out the combination to this sink?
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Punch, counter punch. Nice job blocking the left hook. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Dempsey in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
You know, I've been in fights like that.
Come on, you're going back into it.
There's the bell for round 4. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite level stuff here.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
They're both trying for a knockout. Nobody home with that hook. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you've hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
A perfect counter shot. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Dempsey in that. There's the bell to start round 5. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get sucked in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
That jab was blocked. So far, the offense has been better than the defense. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, What the hell am I going to do now?
This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. A perfect counter land. Jack Dempsey, oh boy, in trouble. Champion knows how to get out of trouble after they got into trouble, and it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
What recovery?
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Dempsey in that. On to the 6th round. After that last round, something has got to change.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. Nice defense on that hook. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations, and they throw them non-stop.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
And just as quickly as the action slows down, and oh, wait a minute! Oh no, Dempsey is hurt! Down goes Jack Dempsey. And as we see it again in slow motion, there's no doubt.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you okay?
Let's talk about Dempsey in that. And there's the bell for round 7. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Perfect counter shot. Nice counter shot. Which fighter will say no mas? Just misses with that jab. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. That hook doesn't score. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Nice counter punch right up the middle. This round can go either way. 10 seconds to go. Dempsey. And there's the bell for round 8. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This is the heavyweight division. One punch could end this fight.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Nice job by him to block that jab. Those counter punches. The Galveston Giant, Jack Johnson. The Galveston Giant is down. And as you can see here, a picture-perfect punch did the trick.
I need to see that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. But you still want to fight.
So this was an unexpected turn of events. What happens next?
Todd, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up from the stool again? That was a shot.
Swing and a miss with that hook. You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. As we enter the final 10 seconds here, it's probably a round he'd rather forget. Well, let's go back to the drawing.
Feeling like I got a brand new contract. Armed and dangerous and ready for comeback. Soon as I catch him on sight, it's contact. I get the job done proper, there's no comebacks. That's not fair, people hoping on the balance.
Welcome to the WBC Arena. What a night we expect this to be. I'm Todd Grisham. Next to me, of course, is Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these ringside seats?
It's time for our tale of the tape. The Galveston Giant himself, Jack Johnson. 200 pounds with a reach of 74 inches. Up against them, Tyson Fury. He is a whopping 206 centimeters tall with a reach of 216.
Remember, there's a shorter reach here, so now they have to slip inside and use the speed, use the proximity, and that timing.
The Galveston Giant himself, Jack Johnson, the unapologetic first ever black heavyweight champion. The Gypsy King, Tyson Fury. He's so big and yet so light on his feet. No one moves around the ring quite like this man.
Todd, can you spot the reach difference? Can you spot it? Look at that.
The fighters are in the ring. It's time for the official introductions. Here's the Hall of Famer, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 8.
Not too many seats to be had in this. Here we go, round one. Who's going to land the first big shot? Throws the jab, but does not score. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. pleasure to be in this unique environment. Every seat has been taken for tonight's match. Those counter punches have to hurt. That jab doesn't find a home. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
He parries away that left hook. That counter shot lands. This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
To beat a counter puncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Oh my word! Jack, and down goes Jack Johnson. Oh my goodness. I want to see that one more.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come to me.
Let's talk about Johnson. Here we go. It's round 2. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
He blocks the hook. They exchange punches. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. They block the hook. This counter-puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Counter-puncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counter-puncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Nice job to block that uppercut. Holding nothing back here in the round. Can't connect with that right hook. That right hook won't score. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Johnson in that last round. On to the third. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
And he misses with that jab. Beautiful counter punch. Nobody home with that hook. Nice counter shot. the charts action from both of these fighters. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Just missed with that hook. You can't make a mistake. Tyson Fury just got rocked. Do you believe this? Tyson Fury just got buzzed. His eyes don't look good. It's total Johnson in that last round. There's the bell to start round 4. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Nice stop, but that won't score. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Beautiful counter shot. They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite level stuff here.
What you've got to do, Tony, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
This fight has a real good flow to it. These two fighters are made for one another. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one.